Hear you. Wait, for some reason.
Hello? I didn't say anything.
Oh, I can hear you now. Hi.
Hello.
Long time no talk.
I know, too long. You look
So
great.
how you been? You look good.
So do you. I don't know if I look that good, but I'm surviving in this insanity. So describe to me, you got the cards. I want to know everything about it.
Okay, so they're awesome. I love the box. Look, I'm wearing the shirt, a shirt that matches with
Oh
the
my
top.
God. Okay.
It's both have the Star of Truths on them, which is God's most omnipresent word, like commonly used word. And it's composed of 5 letters. And truth symbolizes that the 5-pointed star, the star that you have on the box right here. So beautiful.
And you know, I don't have, each box is a bit different, and that was the only one with the star, and I sort of was trying to usually connect each box with each person. So they're very unique. Like they're very limited amount of boxes I got from a local bookstore. So
That's so awesome. Well, you picked the one that suited me the best. That's for sure. I'm very impressed with your work. Everything is done so beautifully. All your videos are wonderful, and the delivery of your words just bend reality in the most uplifting, educational, purest way. I love your videos.
I think you're the only one who watches them. I mean, it's
really, huh?
Yeah, I have like very low views. I feel like the universe is maybe protecting me, because I think if it actually went into the real world, it's a very different story, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, to me, it's like little steps. And so, like I told you a long time ago, to get to the card box, but just to get to this place. So now we can do sort of like orders of 20, and somebody's already ordered 20. And you'll see that the key is utilizing, I think you can design your ideal job with what's in there and with the other maps. And so it's just utilizing the tools. Have you gone through the cards yet?
Not all of them, but I do have a few favorites. You got any favorites or a favorite card?
Favorite card.
That's a hard one, because there's so many that are, I mean, all of them are wonderful.
I think it's like when I'm building the manual now, and I'm looking at small, like if you look at the flow words, if you put out your flow words maybe in front of you a bit, if they're there, but there's like the purple: field potential, resource abundance, job mission, activity reactions, products and gifts, relationships and bonds, path and block, strategy and flow, agreement and direction. I'm burning something. Just wait. So all those words are from the flow wheel. And let me just get it actually up. So.
Well, I have a favorite card so far.
What's that?
The reason one, because without reason, nobody would care. We wouldn't all be here.
Oh, as a value.
Yeah.
That's a new one. It's actually each one of those values. You know, the key to spiritual life, the key to business life are your values. And they're all talking about love or courage or acceptance or detachment. And each one of these values is a sort of a part of our genetic makeup that we can either activate or not. So here, this is the actual flow map. So the idea is that you can design your ideal job with this map. And here, not all the words, this is a little older version, but like the field potential, resource abundance, job mission, activities and reactions, gifts and products, relationships and bonds, paths and block, strategy and flow, and direction and agreements, conversations in the middle. And that you can use this then to program values. Each one of these green conduits. So you can actually like set an intention, what could be my dream job, and then you shuffle the value cards, and then you can divine a value system, or you can take the values and go through the values and choose, let's say 20 values, because there's so many good ones, and
Mm-hmm.
you choose 20 of them, and then you divine out of the 20 a value for each one of these. So if you had, let's say, love at field, or courage at resources, empowerment at job, it programs that particular part of your life.
Yeah.
So when you get 10 of them, and you can again divine them, or you can actually go through the deck, you can choose 10 values, and then you can choose where they go. Or you could choose 10 values from the deck and then shuffle them and divine where they go. And that's creating, like, within this whole information system, it's looking at your value system as being the core sort of hub for everything else in your life to come through. And
Mm-hmm.
I was reading some spiritual book, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was like creating, well, your ideal values are like the structure of yourself, and then your experience moves through you. So you may not be experiencing the love, or you may not be experiencing, the awareness or the acceptance or whatever it is that you programmed as your ideal.
Mm-hmm.
But then this experience moves through you, and it's like your values are like the things that stick. The values are the things that make you aware of, is this working or is this not? And I think
Yeah.
then your feelings become your feedback system to tell you, are you in alignment? Is this in alignment? Is this person, are these in alignment with my greater vision and purpose?
That's
And
awesome.
so you're creating this mental operating system that does that. So like this is an example of that Lori Renton, who's the one who ordered the first 20 card sets, she ran her business on this particular value system, where if you can see, goodness at research, freedom at marketing, life at services, clarity at synergy, can't quite, mercy at infrastructure, imitation at learning, commitment at operations. Is that inspiration? Can't even read it. At creativity, right? Like that. That's a nice value system.
Yeah.
But there's like a billion combinations.
Yeah, really.
Like so the idea is that there's this operating system can then be custom designed to whatever you want to do. So it could be on your, because you changed into security, right? Stocks, like you changed your whole.
Yeah, I went from doing like art and logos to learning about the stock market, and it's like completely different, but I feel like I had to stop doing something old and start something new, because I want to have something behind me, like to fall back on just in case something doesn't work. So that's the reason why I started that, and I love it. And I'm excited about this card stuff too, because we can literally transform people's lives. It's like transforming normal ways of living to magical ways of thriving. It's like a completely different life. And I can't wait to utilize these cards to their full potential.
So you got like one of the first 5 card sets, other than the 20 that I sent to
Nice.
Lori. So this is like, of this iteration, because I sent about 10 years ago 28 card sets. You got like the first 5 card sets. So
Wow, I feel special.
that's, and again, in reward for what you had done for me and Planetary Guardian. So I feel
Absolutely.
I hope that you feel like there's a honoring of the exchange, and
Yes.
an honoring of your work, and that I kept my word, and
Mm-hmm.
it took a while, and you were very patient. So thank you for that.
Well, they're definitely better than I expected.
Oh,
So
really?
cool. Yeah. Not to say anything bad about your work, but when I opened the box, I was just like, wow, this is amazing. That's what I mean.
Well,
This is so cool.
I mean, essentially 6 decks within the set, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you got the values, convo types, and then you can almost look at the next 4 as being conceptual lenses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's essentially 3 set. It's like your values are different, the convo types are different, and then you've got 4 levels: the choice, the flow, the synergy, and the harmony. So the harmony, all those words are at the community level. So words like economics, education, health, these are big words that encompass big things in the whole community. So all of the cards at the harmony lenses are at that level. Then you go to the organization, the synergy lenses, all of that is at organizational function. So basically with the green cards, you can organize any community. With the red cards, you can organize any organization. Then you go to the flow cards, and these are words that you use to organize your job. So it's your job, your organization, your community, right? So it's the first card set that is taking into account multiple levels and using different languaging at each level. But then you bring in the choice lens, and it's kind of like anything could go in the choice lens. Like, as you see here, these are synergy words. These are cards. Like, this is part of the card set. So what we're doing is we're taking this whole thinking system where you can organize any community, any organization, and any job, and then the values program that specific ideal model. So what we're doing is we're creating an ideal model first on paper, and then at some point it's sort of like it becomes in your mind, and then you're looking to integrate your online infotech, which as we build systems, which you've seen is just the beginning. It's more of a divination system, but we're coming out with something else that's more a utilization of the convo types. It's kind of like every tool is another piece of the puzzle for you as a facilitator or a designer to build things. And you'll see that with this card set, because it's unique. I mean, most Oracle decks, there's only one card set, and it's sort of like languaging that for a lot of people doesn't apply to business. But all of these words are more focused on business, because business is, you know, the basics of a reality that we live in. And so what we want to do is we want to take the old paradigm, which is using language more in boxes, and switching to repatterning our minds into circles, and sort of completely changing actually how we think, and then interfacing that as an AI where we're the nodes. Like, we have such a negative viewpoint of AI, and AI is basically here already. But what we want to do is be in the control side of things, where we're building our own AI for us, for the good of the people, and something that is not sort of at some point trying to fleece us all. Because I think right now, right, our species is in this great big divide, you know, between those who are trying to fleece the people and those who don't want to get fleeced.
Right. And this is going to change the way we communicate with each other and the way we connect and appreciate each other.
Well, like, appreciation is just one of those convo types. And so it's kind of like if you put love and appreciation just as a spell, and then you start to, let's say you feel it 50% more in your life, like that's one little thing that happened as a result of like this immense amount of possibilities that can happen with the card deck. So it's sort of, to me, like there's a huge potentiality here. And then together we're going to build this Planetary Guardians into sort of like 144,000 kick-ass soul group that's gonna.
I can't wait.
So this is the beginning of looking at how you can structure conversations, how you can have a level above that is sort of guiding how you're going to talk with people, or how groups of people talk together. Because if you, let's say, started a conversation in Zoom and you instruct everybody, say, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get this remedy program up. Everyone gets to ask a question. And then each person gets the chance to answer the question. Everyone gets 10 minutes. So you're doing a bit of a briefing conversation. And then as you go into it, each one person, you're taking them through a sort of an interview process to answer the question. So that's just the beginning of using your time to structure it by the combo types.
Right.
So
awesome.
it's you could do that to write a book. You could do it. You could be writing your book, and you're wondering about dialogue, and you're going, okay, you just randomly bring up a critical analysis combo, and okay, so my character is going to go into a critical analysis right now, and then you click, the next person goes into a storytelling, and then the next person goes into whatever, and so you're using it to help brainstorm structures. So you could do it for screenplays, you could do it for books, you could do it for any type of writing, any type of communication you can doing. You can start to add in the element of divination to help you get new ideas or new pathways for what you want to have come through you.
Wow. So everybody could use this, but pretty much. Is there an age group? What are the best age groups for this?
I guess it depends on, I mean, anyone who's interested in, like, everyone is sort of like in business. So pretty much everyone, I think, could use a hand in improving their communication.
Yeah.
So, but at different, like, high school students, they're more probably interested in seduction and dialoguing with the opposite sex, right?
Right.
Versus university students that are looking to more of a scholastic MBA approach to business, versus the entrepreneurs who are going, how do I deal with this shit I'm going through? Versus big companies, which are just like have systems in place and they just want to improve them, versus companies that are falling apart that need to be completely redone. Each one of those is at a very different sort of phase or part of business life. So you'd have to approach it as a facilitator very different. I think it's very contextually focused.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand, where someone's at, where they're trying to get to, where you are at, what kind of tools you have, and then helping them get to where they want to go. I mean, that to me would be the basic, simplest version of going. Like, I think a good facilitator can take a group and move them to a goal. And that you can have a career the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And there's groups in every city, whether they're nonprofit or business or whatever, their teams need help. And this is a tool you can bring in, sell the tool, teach the tool.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I might just do that with it to start.
Yeah. I mean, for you can start doing
like Zoom meetings.
Yeah. Like, I'm also creating backgrounds for Zooms. So you can actually take the cards you pick and actually have a background kind of. Well, did I send it to you? No, I haven't sent it to you. Let me see if I got it here. I just started making them.
Awesome.
Like
I like that one.
Like, this is the beginning of me making the manual, because it's again, like, there's a lot of polarities. So this is the polarity with the values. And of course, I'm trying to hypnotize them with this geometry and probably drive everyone crazy. I tell you, they're going to barbecue me one day, I think.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Hope people have a sense of humor when they really find out about that. And I want to commend you on your stand for freedom and wisdom and intelligence. And
thank you. You too. You post a lot of really good stuff.
it's amazing, isn't it? Just what's happening and what the degree of, like, I don't know if you saw, I posted the thing, little kids having the mask song. They're all, the teachers singing them a song about how good the mask is.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my God.
I've got about 500 videos from TikTok. I'm just every good video I download, and there's just so much good stuff from people that, like, it's there's a lot of us out there, but I think we still haven't organized together. And that's hopefully what this, like, the idea is that the whole plan is in this card set. There's a way to completely transform the whole economic system through the card set. So depending upon who you connect with, it's more important to sort of, I think, connect with like-minded people to give them the tools to empower them, right? Like, like we need to sort of we need to connect our mind strength. I mean, these guys are dumb, like,
and hearts.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe how dumb these, like, they get away with stuff that's so bad.
Yeah, I know.
So bad.
Sometimes usually I'm like, oh, I'm not surprised, whatever. But sometimes I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? And I heard ivermectin's banned in Canada. Is that true?
And everything's banned. I mean, common sense is banned. I mean, yeah, I mean, there was a doctor who I was listening to, who he had patients, they were close to death. He heard about the ivermectin, got them on the ivermectin. They all recovered. And then he got some letter from like Minister of Health or someone high up in the bureaucracy saying he's not allowed to do that. Like, and he said, screw you, I'm doing that. This is good for the patients. Like, what are you talking about? Like, all these people are being, like, I heard what, there's $5 trillion going on. Like, they are paying people massive amounts of money everywhere to get this going. Like, and meanwhile,
Yeah, and when people die of something else, they tell them, the nurses, to put COVID, and they're paying them extra to do it. Like
yeah. Does that ring a bell for anybody here?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
So,
only going to get easier, I think,
mm,
unless we do something about this.
well, I think we are. I think there's a lot of people around the world who are very irritated. Like a third of Austrians are unvaccinated, and they want to fine them $2,000 a day or $2,000 every time they're caught trying to go to the store, or they're not allowed to go. Like, you can't do that. Like,
No.
you could have done it maybe in the 20s or the 30s or before, but you can't do that anymore. Like,
Especially in America, people have guns and stuff.
well, I don't know. I mean, I think they're pushing
I'm hoping they don't.
they're pushing towards some sort of civil war. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I've been growing my own food because they could possibly do what they're doing in Australia and Austria, just cutting people off from groceries because they're not vaccinated, or fining them, or putting them in concentration camps. It's insane.
I don't fucking like. So, okay, like let's chat each week, and I'm putting together some programs, and so the first programs will be sort of available to the people who have the card sets first. I'll probably do a test one before sort of going into the market for the bigger ones. So hopefully you'll participate. And
Yes.
we got a pretty awesome set of people that are all on board. So did you want to say anything else before we end it, or?
Nothing else, just much love and respect to you, and anything else you need, let me know. And I'm really excited about this.
Okay.
I love everything about this. The
Okay.
cards.
Thank you. And thanks for everyone who watched. This is the beginning of Planetary Guardians, bringing the conscious communication card set into the world.
Thank you for watching. Bye.